Well, hello everyone. Just putting a quick video out there to give you an update of where things are, and also to give you a really big thank you. Sarah and I thought it'd be a good time to sort of give you an update of where things are at. 2017 hasn't been the greatest year so far. We've had a lot of issues with Aidwood being in hospital and some pretty serious hospital admissions in the last few weeks, last month. But we've got that under control. We're used to dealing with that. We're used to dealing with him. Now that we're in Bendigo, we've got the Bendigo Base Hospital, coming along well, training them up. And we, like a lot of people I've been sort of suggesting that we need to pull back even further and just focus on the family and focus on him. But that would make things better, possibly in the short term, but in the long term, it's a highway, it's a road off a cliff, because it's just not sustainable. And we can't be reliant on the government or other people to support us, because it's just not going to work in the long term. So that means that we've got to get our finances sorted out, and really the only way to, practically do that is to get something off the ground. One of the projects that we've been working off the ground. Now, I've got two on the go at the moment. One of them I'm not so enthusiastic about, because I'm really not sure where the guys are going. The vision's great, the vision's awesome, but the choices of how to get there I'm not comfortable with. But one of the things that your funds that you've contributed has allowed me to do is that a little bit more assertive with these investors and say, look, I'm happy to do that report for you, but you're going to have to pay me. And that's been great, because I don't think I would have been comfortable doing that if I didn't have the funds coming in through Patreon. So that's also turned into a paid gig. So I'm back into being a consultant again, which is, got some issues, because I left that work for a very good reason, and those reasons are still there. But it's a paid gig, and the money is very helpful. And we'll see. These guys, it could work out. Next is another group of people I started working with in December, a series of meetings, and a few things that I said to them in December. They went off and sort of did their own research, and a few things came together for them, and they've really picked up on some of the stuff I was talking about, plus their own ideas and their own visions. And so they've got some really exciting ideas of how we could work together and how we could move things forward, and that could be a game changer. It could be, it could be a home run. But I've been promised a lot by investors and various groups of business people before, so until it's in the bag, until it's all done and dusted, I'm not going to be making the same mistake and just focusing on the big stuff. Now we're going to be focusing a bit more on some more grassroots approaches, so that rather than going for the big hit and hoping for a home run, we're going to build up little bit by little bit. And that is the purpose of the current project we're running, which is the Apple Press. It's also the purpose of the YouTube channel and the Patreon campaign. So that as we go through doing the work that I'm doing, we can be building little bit upon little bit upon little bit, so that at the end we might not have a huge success, but at least we've got something solid which we can then build upon. So because of as what I was talking about before, things have been a bit delayed with the press. It's coming into mid-March now, and it's not done. It started, but it's not done, and the apples are starting to fall off the trees, so we've got to get a wriggle on. It is going well though. The YouTube videos we're producing are being well received. When we're turning up to events to talk to people, network and stuff, people are saying, oh yeah, I saw that looked cool. So it's getting us some attention. We've got a long way to go though, long way to go though. And I'm really looking forward to getting that press done and then running a series of events where we'll be using it both here in Castlemaine, down in Melbourne at some of the farmers markets we're hoping for, and getting a better price for some of the apple growers we've been talking to in Harcourt, so they can get a much better price for their juicing apples than they're getting at the moment. And we'll be able to afford to do that, to pay them more, because we'll be able to sell the juice for more at events and farmers markets and the like. So it's going to be a win-win. But also is that I'll be out in front of people, getting to talk to them and trying to share the vision, share some of the possibilities that I see that we can do in agriculture, both from a small scale and a large scale, and different ways we can work together. And a lot of people that know me in that space, they've seen me talk the theory, they've seen me paint the vision, but they haven't actually seen me do much, like hard concrete, hands in the dirt kind of stuff. So this project is important for that, to hopefully give me some credibility beyond the theoretical. And your funds have helped make it possible. Like I wouldn't have been able to do it. It just wouldn't have been possible without those extra dollars there. So thank you very much. Thank you from the absolute bottom of my heart. Your support is wonderful. But the next phase going forward, especially as the YouTube library starts to expand, in more and more videos that I'm putting out, and more information about what we're trying to do, the way I think, the way I approach projects. It's really getting the message out. It's going to be about, as the videos get produced, we need to have them. They need to be shared. We need to have people engaging, asking questions, starting discussions. Because the way social media works, if people just passively watch stuff, then that's pretty much the end of it. And that's good. But what you really need to kick things off is a buzz, and that's where people are getting involved. They're clicking on like, they're sharing, they're asking questions, they're making comments, there's discussion. That's the lifeblood, that's the energy in social media. And that's what we're going to need to take things to the next level, because that's what's required to sort of break through and get noticed, and to build that grassroots support. It's only by finding people beyond the immediate circle that know us already that we're going to get that broad base of support that will allow us to move forward in a much more larger and dramatic and profound way. So thank you for your ongoing support, and stay tuned for the next video. Hoping the next one we'll release will be how to feed your bees with an axe. And I'm looking forward to doing that one. I'm looking forward to the responses. Talk soon. Bye-bye.